Mr. Conaway.
Thank you, thank you, Madam Chairman. Gentlemen, thanks for coming this morning. David, Jim, playing off the your comments about your two spheres of emphasis in your testimony, you talked about the management of the intelligence community. Part and parcel of all of that is, and Senator Blunt started down this line a little bit, is management systems, information systems, internal controls that day in and day out give decision makers accurate data that's gathered as efficiently as we can. Two-part question, kind of, is that one is, General Clapper, what's the expectations that you've communicated to the 15 agencies that yet to be able to attain audited financial statements? NRO does, by the way, have audit financial statements. Your office is auditable across that board. Give us your thoughts on that. And General Petraeus, if you would, a little early in the tenure, but give me your thoughts and hopefully a commitment that included among your top priorities and communicated to your team is the importance of getting this systems in place. We talk about being audited, but that's just a catchphrase. It's about the day in, day out work that's got to get done across the system in order to provide the right kind of data at the right time.
Well, first of all, sir, right now our stated objective, I think, is to be fully auditable by 2016. What would really help us, though, would be, and we need legislation here on the Treasury funds balance provision, which enables intelligence components to deal directly with the Treasury, and and thereby making us less reliant on certain DoD systems that aren't auditable. And there is language right now in the House Appropriations Committee bill that would preclude that. I think their fear is that somehow that's part of my conspiracy or my plot to separate the NIP, and they are separate and distinct endeavors. Regardless of how the NIP is managed, if we're going to achieve auditability and do it in a way that's expeditious and quickly, is that to have that Treasury funds balance provision enacted into law.
And it is indeed early in my time on this topic, but my understanding is, what I've been briefed on, is that we're doing reasonably well on the right trajectory, and you certainly have my commitment to getting the systems in place.
Well, I appreciate that. We've been at this on the Department of Defense side as well. When Leon Panetta left, communicated when he went to the Department of Defense, would still maintain the same kind of emphasis over there that we have here. So I appreciate both your commitments to that. Can you help us understand, as you shrink resources, our resources are less available, that the resources needed to make this happen, and to follow on General Clapper, somebody's got to break among the folks who love these legacy systems, and or they would prefer a different architecture system. So if you put a team in place that does that, somebody's got to break that tie. Do you have that authority to finally say at some point in time, we're going to go this way, right, wrong, or different?
I do, sir. At least so far, nobody's questioning it, so I'm acting like I do. But I believe we've assembled the right group, and prime among them is the CIA and NSA to lead this effort to come up with a more integrated enterprise architecture for across the board in the intelligence community. I think the potential for savings here are huge.
I would just pile on and say that from the agency perspective, there's no question that DNI is in the lead on this, that he has put together a good team. The CIA has provided its associate deputy director, who's quite good in this area, with a good team indeed to be part of that effort and to work it as a team.
Well, just about finishing up, one of my early hearings with down in the spaces, the team brought over the NIP illustrated in charts, and these were like 10-foot tall chunks of paper that had countries around the world listed and a variety of initiatives across there, and they had it all very colored very nicely within the lines so as to come up with how the NIP would be spent across the deal. And I said, well, that's the front end of it. Can you tell us afterwards that that's exactly what happened? And everybody kind of dropped their heads and said, no, we really can't do that. So my envision is that one of the benefits of this accounting systems per se is that not only on the front end know what we plan to spend in a variety of areas, but that after it's done, we know that's actually what happened. And so getting your commitment is helpful. Appreciate that.
As a program manager twice in the NIP, I can attest even at the program manager level, it is a challenge to watch execution. And a lot of it is because we simply don't have the auditable tools in order to watch how the money is actually being spent after it's been programmed. So that's another objective here. And that's why I very much appreciate your support.